Embroidering the tulang belut requires patience and focus, especially at the V neckline of the baju kurung or baju Melayu. Begin embroidering from the left or right corner at the opening of the neckline. I'm right-handed, so I'm more comfortable to begin embroidering from the left corner of the neckline. Please don't forget to refer to my Tulang Belut YouTube video to learn how to embroider in greater detail. I have also used the embroidery thread for this video as it is thicker and easier to see. When you have reached one side of the neckline opening, please ensure that your threads are angled downwards. We end our first part of the embroidery at the edge of this one side of the neckline opening. Please ensure that your last angled third thread is slightly longer than the previous threads. Finish at the back of the neckline. We will now begin the second part of the embroidery at the top opposite unsewn side of the neckline opening. Embroidering now may be slightly tricky and will require more attention, as although the same method, it is the mirror image of how you embroidered before. Don't forget, your threads must always be angled downwards and the third thread is always the one at the bottom. When you reach close to the edge of the V neckline, please ensure that the length and angle of your third thread is the same as the third thread that was embroidered on the opposite side. Both threads need to be parallel and a mirror image of each other. There are many ways to embroider the tulang belut, especially at this V-neck area, but this is the way that I feel most comfortable and happy with. Please don't worry if the embroidery does not look as intricate as it should be at the moment. The thicker thread I'm using is just for this video. When embroidering the tulang belut for real, you will likely use the polyester thread and your embroidery will look more delicate and fine. When you have reached the V edge of the neckline, your third thread does not need to be angled anymore. Sew vertically at the bottom of the V corner of the neckline. The length of this thread needs to be longer than the previous threads. For this final part of the embroidery, please skip the step for the new third thread. The third thread is now the third thread from the opposite side of the neckline before. Now go through the second thread and continue with the embroidery steps as before. As shown, the new second thread is the longest thread that is vertical and directly at the bottom of the V neckline corner or edge. We end the embroidery by going through the bottom of the second thread as usual and finish at the back of the neckline of your baju kurung or baju Melayu. Thank you and happy embroidering from Nice Knots.